beautiful wife Lisa and their friends and family. If for some reason one of the two parties makes it very difficult, we're just going to say you're foolish, you're fools, you're horrible people, and we're going to just take a pass. But hopefully we won't have to do that. No, Marco's right in saying it. We want to see it end. This because I think they're going to come up with things that are incredible, but probably the biggest reason. And I think I see that enthusiasm. I think I see it from both sides.
Do you think Russia's
playing you? But you're going to know soon.
Do you think Russia's playing you?
No, nobody's playing me. I'm trying to help. This was Biden's war. By the way, by me getting involved, they'll say, oh, Trump. This is not Trump's war. This is Biden. This is a war that should have never happened. I'm sure he knows what the hell he was doing. But what his people did, we are going to see if we can get it done. I think we have a really good chance of getting it done. And it's coming to a head right now. We're released into our country. Bad things are going to happen. As CMS Administrator, Dr. Oz will work tirelessly to strengthen and protect Medicare for our nation's seniors and Medicaid for the needy. Just as I promised, there will be no cuts. We're not going to have any cuts. We're going to have only help. Dr. Oz will work to improve the quality of care for decades to come, and he'll ensure that criminals, fraudsters, and illegal aliens are not permitted to rob America's seniors. They are trying, but they're not going to get away with it. He will also work alongside Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. I've heard of him. He's a pretty famous guy. He's doing a great job, too, to address the crisis of chronic illness and to make America healthy again. So I want to just thank Dr. Oz, and because this is a big commitment he's making. He has a lot of options, and this is a big, big commitment. And I want to congratulate you and your family on really an amazing life, and I think this is going to be by far the most important part of an already incredible life. So thank you very much.
God bless
you, my friend. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Congratulations.
I, Mehmet Oz, do solemnly swear
I, Mehmet Oz, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
and
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
Discharge the duties of the office upon I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. God bless you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
US President Donald Trump will walk away from trying to broker peace in Ukraine within days, unless there are signs of progress, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said on Friday. His comments followed US talks with Ukrainian leaders in Paris, the first to be substantive, high-level, in-person, and to include European powers.
But we're not going to continue with this endeavor for weeks and months on end. So we need to determine very quickly now, and I'm talking about in a matter of days, whether or not this is doable over the next few weeks. If it is, we're in. If it's not, then we have other priorities to focus on as well.
This was despite apparent progress in Paris on Thursday, where Rubio said a US peace framework he presented received an encouraging reception. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's office called the talks constructive and positive.
We have a minerals deal, which I guess is going
Trump said on Thursday he expected to sign a minerals deal with Kyiv next week, after an attempt in February fell apart following Zelensky's Oval Office clash with Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. So it was unclear why Rubio's tone shifted so dramatically overnight. But 3 European diplomatic sources told Reuters it reflected growing frustration in the White House over Russian intransigence to end the war. Meanwhile, the war, which began when Russia invaded Ukraine in February 2022, showed no sign of abating, with this deadly Russian drone strike early on Friday hitting a bakery in northern Ukraine, where traditional Easter cakes were being prepared, Ukrainian officials said. There was no immediate comment from Paris, London, Berlin or Kyiv on Rubio's statement. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said some progress on a peace settlement had been made, but contacts with Washington were difficult. Moscow remained open to dialogue, he said. Trump promised during his election campaign to end the war in Ukraine within his first 24 hours in the White House. He moderated that claim on taking office, suggesting a deal by April or May, as obstacles mounted. He has pressured both sides to come to the negotiating table, threatening tougher sanctions on Russia or an end to billions of dollars in US military support for Kyiv.
No, ok, lo traduco da sola. Buongiorno a tutti, sono onorata di... Come sapete abbiamo avuto un fantastico incontro ieri alla Casa Bianca a Washington e questa presenza è un'altra grande occasione per rafforzare la nostra cooperazione bilaterale, molti temi dei quali abbiamo discusso nella giornata di ieri in Rome. We really hope.
We have a couple of important issues to discuss today. I want to update the Prime Minister on some of the negotiations between Russia, Ukraine, and also some of the things that have happened. Even in the past 24 hours, we think we have some interesting things to report on, of course, in private. So these negotiations, I won't prejudge them, but we do feel optimistic that we can hopefully bring this war, this very brutal war, to a close. I also, of course, want to talk to the Prime Minister about some of the economic relationships, very important between Italy and the United States. But of course, we're having some big trade negotiations between not just Italy and the United States, but the whole European Union. We talked a great deal about that yesterday with the President, and we'll follow up on those conversations today. But most of all, just thrilled to be in the presence of a dear friend in a beautiful place with great people. So thank you for having me.